fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jace, Mike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
G'day, fellas.
I reckon that could do with a bit of a spruce up, eh?
What?
Can you just change that for us pugs, man? Cheers, brother.
He's just walked out.
Well, I better get done.
He's in a mood, I think.
Oh,
you guys noticed that about pugs lately?
I've noticed
how moody he's been.
Jace, I've noticed that everyone loves pugs except for some reason you and him have beef, and I think that's more of a reflection on you than it is on pugs. Son.
Well, I actually think Pugs has got a goddamn cheek.
Thank you,
because
Mogi.
Jace is the captain of this shit.
Thanks,
and
Mogi.
Pugs is first mate, and he just better buck his ideas up.
What am I?
I mean, I don't know.
Don't say Roger the cabin boy either.
Yeah, I was going to say the cabin boy.
I'm up there on the poop deck.
I actually had to have a
bummed.
word with old Pugsan today. Actually, it got
Nice
to that
save.
point and just say, listen, fella.
Look at him.
He tried
He's going to come at you, man.
He tried to hide my teriyaki chicken rice ball.
Oh. Was that meant to be a ball?
Well, yeah, that's the weird thing, and it's actually what it is it's more of a square that's been cut in half.
Thank you.
But he tried to do that, and I said, hey,
Wake up.
if you got a beef with old Hoodie J, just come and
Step
have a
up.
chitty chat. And he said, no, it's all good, sir. It's all good, sir.
We're all good. We're all good.
Yeah.
Jace, that small sushi ball thing you had.
It wasn't that small. It's quite big to me.
Yeah, to you.
Yes.
That's a lot of food for me.
If you'd put it together, I'd say it's the size of like that cricket ball you've got. It's slightly
Any
bigger than a
cricket
cricket ball, right? Slightly bigger than that. It took you 20 minutes to eat it.
I'm a very slow eater.
Like you had a bite, went and took a dump, came back, had another bite, walked around the office, came back, had another bite, and
Had another dump.
had another dump, came in here, and it was still like a quarter left of it. It's like, can you just eat the damn thing?
My wife is a very, very, very slow eater.
Yes.
And the thing that sped up her eating, which I was massively relieved about, is having a kid.
Right.
You got to get that shit in you, man.
Yeah, you should try having a kid.
Here's the story, fellas. When I went to boarding school, of course, when I was in what was the equivalent of Standard 3 when I first started, we came in first to the dining room, and then each year after that would come in after that. Me and my mate Marty were always the last to leave the dining room because we just talked all the time, and we were both really slow eaters. I'm still to this day a very, very slow eater.
But it's not because you're talking, because you refuse to talk to anyone around here.
Yeah, that's not
So
the
if
same
anything,
excuse.
it's your eating is punctuated with complete silence.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes I'm not talking at all. I quite genuinely am a very slow eater.
Oh, wow,
Because
really?
I like to digest my food and enjoy and savor it, not be like old Keezy with his massive
That's not actually
honker,
true at all.
with his massive honker in the trough.
Okay,
just-
look. Jace.
You know, food all over
Jace.
his mo and all over his
Jace.
beautiful new Warriors t-shirt.
It's a jersey.
Jersey, and just bits of food flying in the air. I'm not an animal.
Right, okay, can I just say, first of all, we had a nose measuring competition and you won. Well, you have the biggest nose, but you keep bringing it up for some reason. Secondly, I'm actually a very slow eater myself. When we went and had ramen, I was definitely the last one. I was still going.
That's because you were crying like a little baby.
Well, there
'cause
was
it
that,
too hot for
obviously.
you.
But also, if we ever go get curry, I'll always be the last one eating.
Whereas Mogi hosed through it.
Yep.
He hosed through his meals, I
I
noticed.
got hose. A different area code.
Interestingly,
Area code. Hose.
you would think when you're amongst a lot of boys, because, families
fellas.
often
Yeah.
talk about how boys eat like pigs, and so thus they eat really quickly. You'd think going to a boarding school and boys and food around that I'd eat very fast, but no, I do not.
I don't know.
You churn through it.
Sorry, Manai's just walked past
I was gonna
outside,
talk about how
revealing
I-
his Warriors jersey that matches mine. So,
How I eat quickly if I like it, but back in the day when you're at boarding school, you eat slowly because it tasted like shit. That was a big part of the problem for
Or
me.
just not at all.
Foul.
You'd have a couple of bites of the fly cemetery with custard on it, and then
Cemetery.
dump it.
That-
You know what we
Manai
used to
has got the
get?
same as you. His one's cool.
Oh, underneath that one, he's wearing two Warriors jerseys.
What a backbone.
He just ripped that one off to show off the other one.
Nice.
Interestingly, just getting back to the food front, we used to constantly complain at our school that there was just not enough food, and even the teachers were like, Yeah, it's not great.
Didn't you?
It's not great. But then they found out that the guy that was running it was ripping it off.
Yes.
And we used to stand outside, like the kitchen, right? And they'd be loading shit into their car. And we'd say to the teachers, but they're loading food into their car all the time. For breakfast, we'd get 2 soggy bits of toast and heated up tomatoes. Like from a can,
so you get
heated tomatoes.
You get a delivery of food, which would arrive, and then this guy would grab a shitload of it and put it in his car.
In his car.
That's crazy.
And the staff as well.
Taking it out of the mouths of kids.
He got sent to prison.
Did
right.
Funnily enough, he was there the entire time I was at the school, and he got caught the year that I left.
Oh.
And then we went back.
Because you were sticking up for him, eh?
Then we went back a few years later, and the food was amazing.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Didn't you, Jace, get in trouble for after you left, you snuck back in and stole baked beans and they caught you?
That's right.
No, that was at the hostel.
Yeah, but then was it? And then and someone caught you and they were just like,
Housemaster caught us.
I just wasted out of your mind with
Holding
a giant
massive
can of baked beans.
In the lounge.
And they were just like, fuck, just go.
Yeah, that's what he was.
That's great, though.
His name was Mr. Smith, and he was, fuck, Hoyt. And my mate Andy.
Did he?
No, and he just said,
just go.
Well, we're starving, sir. And he went, well, just fucking piss off.
A giant tin of beans cracks me up every time. So good.
That's to the front.
Did you sleep better last night, Mogi?
No.
Right. Did you go to the gym?
No, I did today,
Yep.
but I didn't this morning.
Oh, right.
Were we talking about that on the show?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, we'll
cool.
talk about that on the
Absolute
show.
shitter.
Really?
But I feel miles better.
Right, random.
Yeah.
Oh, because you went to the gym.
Because I went to the gym,
Nice.
and also I got off the vape. I'm not vaping anymore.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
vape
even
it?
know you were on the vape.
Yeah, I told you today I'm off it.
I had no
right.
idea you were...
Yeah. So I was back on the vape from pretty much Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And it just makes you feel like shit.
Yeah.
God, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I love this.
But I
like-
miss
I
it.
never got into the vape.
Honestly, you could set your watch to you guys getting addicted to nicotine, then coming off it again, then back onto
It's
it.
such a toughie.
It's not
Keezy.
even. It's not
It
even
is.
the nicotine. It's just sucking something hard.
Right.
I just love sucking it hard. You know what I mean?
Have you tried a
so if I
thick
could
shake?
find something that was not that something that was as good as a cigarette, but not as expensive as a cigarette, and as cheap as a vape, but not as shit as a vape.
Right.
You know, if I could find something there in that sort of little world, I'd be happy.
Oh, if anyone's got any suggestions, message the
Thank
Hodaki
you.
Big Show on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's probably something out there, but I don't know. Just sucks all round, really.
Why don't you guys become lollipop dudes when you always have a lollipop in your mouth?
No, what I might do is what that guy suggested and get wedges of lemons.
Yeah. Soaked in something.
Yeah, and then just suck on those.
Suck on a lemon. You have a little bag of lemons on you at all time.
But I still run the nicotine gum, and that's just purely psychological. It's not even makes me feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
But it's not.
So if you didn't have the gum, do you think that would affect you massively?
Well, like if I go out and I didn't bring my gum, I'm like, oh shit. But
Right.
there's no actual thing happening. It's just, in my head
Well,
I go, oh shit.
But there would be
giving
withdrawals because the gum is giving you nicotine now.
Yes.
Whereas if you stopped having the gum for 2 days, there'd be no nicotine in your system and you wouldn't have withdrawals. So it is mental, as you say. However, the nicotine gives you the gum gives you nicotine. So
if you got rid of the nicotine gum, would you be really irritable and shirty and stuff? Because you already kind of are anyway, I guess.
I don't know, Keezy.
Right.
Do you want to fucking find out, pal?
Is that what you used to say when you used to get in all these massive scraps back in the day you were telling us about?
I was pretty hardcore, man, on the old scrap front. That's why my mallet fingers. You know
does
what?
anybody believe that?
That I was
Yeah.
seriously.
Boy, do I.
When I grew up in Rotorua, you didn't fuck with Hoity J. I was a vicious little son of a bitch. And then when I went to Dilworth, I just mellowed out and turned into a peacemaker.
I reckon you, if we met at the same age, like 13, I do think you'd probably be able to beat me in a fight. Because I have this issue where I can't summon anger. I always just laugh. You know, like I can't summon any aggression. It's very rare for me to do that.
Sure.
So I think you would, just because you'd be going psycho.
Oh, yeah, I used to get pretty enraged, and I had very bony fists as
Yeah,
well.
right,
And
as opposed to your
I was all
massive fat ones.
bones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back in the day, for sure. For sure. Should we go and buy a pack of durries, Mogi?
I'm good just at the moment, but it's coming.
Good on you, mate.
Good stuff.
Done pretty well so far, though, to be fair, since we gave up. When did we give up?
I'll have to check my
you
phone.
cracked in again over the weekend. didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did, but then I stopped. Let's not get into it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's upsetting old Hoity J.
I've got a bet with a couple of backbones that were in Tauranga, you see. So I'm
Right.
trying not to lose to those backbones. I've got a $100 bet with each of them.
And what was the bet? Was
But I
it
don't
just...
start 1 month and 13 days?
And you haven't had a single one
Yeah.
since Tauranga. Nice.
Hey, listen, fellas. Do you mind if I skip out of this a little bit? Udo's got to have a word with Pugson.
Yeah, go on.
Mate,
Thanks,
I
mate.
wouldn't if I was you.
Nah, look,
Seriously, Jace.
No, I just got to knock
I-
it on the... Oh, here he goes. He's standing up.
Honestly, I think if you walk in there, Pugsan will flatten you.
He didn't like me patting his ass today, that's for sure.
That's weird.
He didn't like that he did like it.
I think that was more the case, actually. I think actually he went, oh, jeez.
Have you finished your rice ball?
I think that's what's going on between Pugs and I. I think he's attracted to me sexually.
I think that is
Likely.
highly likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
You're so
fellas.
astute,
He's only
Jace.
human.
Hey, you listening right now, don't forget the big show is on Hodaki, 4 till 7 every weekday. All right? Don't forget that. Also, follow us on Instagram, Hodaki Big Show. You got Mr. Mike Minogue, Hoity J, Chris Key and Z, and old Pugs. Call me Pugson.
Thanks, mate.